Today is September the 26th of 2025, and it is Friday. It is officially 1 year ago, but we're not going to dwell on the anniversary. I want to talk about some of the projects that we worked on this week. First of all, you all know me you all know about our nonprofit, The Heroes Among Us, and the work that we have done in that capacity. However, several months ago, I took on a role as the housing director for Project Your Home. Project Your Home, they have been housing veterans prior to the storm. They've been helping homeless veterans get housing, and once Hurricane Helene hit, it was real easy for them to transition into helping those that were displaced. Throughout that process, Jason Seidel, the executive director, reached out to me, or we had a conversation, and he needed some assistance with helping to coordinate folks that were displaced with temporary and then permanent housing and rebuilding and repairs. And so it has become a very, very awesome partnership, and it works beautifully to my desire to have projects and their need to be able to help manage the folks efficiently. In addition to that, Project Your Home, along with approximately 12 other nonprofits, smaller nonprofits, we have all become we've all started working very closely together in collaboration. Each nonprofit has their own special set of skills, and we have all decided to work very closely together in an effort to get more done and focus on the skills that we're very, very good at. So I tell you all of that because I want to share with you some of the projects that we worked on this week, and I just want to be clear about kind of how those how this is about how I'm working with these folks, and I don't want you to think at any point that I'm taking full credit for this work. This is just something that I've been part in, and I just wanted to share it with you all in regards to the relief and recovery efforts. So the Hope Star family that many of you all have helped me to get to assist, they have gotten settled into their new home, into their rental property. They're getting comfortable, and the next thing that we need for them is going to be a vehicle so that they can get back to work. More about that probably in the next few days, so be sure to stay tuned to see how you can kind of help us with that. We're shopping for a vehicle for them. This week, what have we done? Oh my gosh, there's been so much. So first of all, believe it or not, there is a family that still has not had their flooded home mucked out. So it's not muck anymore. It's about 5 or 6 inches of dirt and dust, and then all of their furniture turned upside down, and even a refrigerator that has not been opened since the flood. We partnered with Mountain Aid Project and their team to help get this family's home cleaned out, and that got done today. The furniture, all the belongings, all of that came out of the home, and they worked very, very hard taking that to get that disposed of, get all that debris disposed of. So great job to MAP, Mountain Aid Project, for helping us get that job done. The next thing that we worked on this week is a family that's living in a pop-up camper. As you all know, these campers are not designed for full-time living, and pop-ups are definitely not designed for full-time living. And it being a year now that a lot of these campers are being lived in, the pop-up has taken on a lot of damage. So there's rain coming inside the pop-up, and thank you to HopeMill. They have received a camper donation, and we're going to be donating that to the family of the pop-up so that they can get out of the rain and out of the elements and get into something a little bit more secure. The next project, Jason, the executive director of Project Your Home, he invited me to tag along with a production crew to go and interview some of the projects that we're working on. So we were able to go and attempt to advocate and bring more awareness to the current state in Western North Carolina. So that was really awesome to be able to take these folks. They are based out of Washington, D.C., and it's a German-based production. So the thought of being able to bring awareness on a much larger scale, to bring awareness potentially on an international scale, is very exciting. So we are real anxious to see how that production turns out. And last but certainly not least, I was able to scout out a piece of property for one of the families that I'm working on. They need a road or a driveway, or it's a driveway / road because it's kind of long. They need that to be that land to be cleared and dug into the land that they already own. Since their entire home was washed away, they definitely don't want to rebuild on that same building site. So I got to ride on the 4-wheeler today to go out and scout that road or that driveway, so that we can see what type of funding and that we can try to acquire, and that sort of thing. So, okay. All in all, it's been a really, really awesome week. It's been a very productive week. So while a lot of folks are showing all the devastation from a year ago, I wanted to take some time and show or talk to you all about all the good things that are happening. This is a very difficult time for a lot of folks. Sometimes I think that our audience gets tired of hearing it, tired of hearing about, what happened or seeing what happened. So hopefully you found this video to be a little bit more uplifting, and it helps you to remember that those folks are still recovering and are still in need, and maybe it will spark you to make some sort of contribution. Be sure to give. I'm going to tag all of the nonprofits that we are partnering with and working closely with. So if you are not already, please give them a follow. Also, if you are looking to help in some manner and you're just not sure how you can help, reach out to me. Drop me a DM and I can point you in the direction, whether it be working as a volunteer, helping with equipment, helping with funds, doing some sort of a fundraiser, anything of that nature. If you have a special set of skills that you would like to utilize, reach out to me and I can connect you. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting us. And thank you. Just thanks. Appreciate you guys.